Sigmund Freud got a lot of things wrong, but he also got some things right. Let's talk about two of his most important contributions. First, defense mechanisms. These are ways we protect ourselves from our thoughts or feelings that we don't want to deal with. They shield the ego, even if some of them aren't exactly healthy. So here are 5 defense mechanisms. Number 1, repression. This is burying painful feelings like forgetting a traumatic event. Number 2, projection. This is blaming someone else for feelings you actually have. For example, accusing a friend of being jealous when it's really you who feels that way. Number 3, denial. This is refusing to accept reality, like insisting everything is fine in your relationship when it's clearly falling apart. Number 4, rationalization. This is explaining away failure to avoid guilt. For instance, saying, I didn't even want that job anyway, after being rejected for a promotion you had worked so hard for. Number 5, displacement. This is redirecting your emotions to a safer target, like yelling at your partner because you're mad at your boss. You can probably think of a few times you've done these. I know I've been guilty of some of these myself. The next big contribution is when Freud introduced the id, ego, and superego. The id is all about impulses and instant gratification, basically the devil on your shoulder. The superego is a hyper-moralistic, like the angel on your shoulder, constantly telling you to be perfect. And the ego is the mediator, trying to balance these two while dealing with reality. When this balance is off, things go wrong. If the id dominates, you might act impulsively and make reckless choices. If the superego takes over, you might become overly anxious, uptight, and unable to relax. What's fascinating is how this idea shows up in modern therapy, like in DBT's Wise Mind. In DBT's Wise Mind, it's all about finding a balance between the emotional mind, like the id, and the logical mind, like the superego. Freud may have not had it all figured out, but when it comes to understanding the mind, he laid the foundation for ideas that we still use today.